Conversation, my dear listener, is for you. If you have a question, feel free. 0712223385 or on Facebook page Radio Mini 88.3 FM. My brother Kennedy, good morning.
Hi, Bramwel. Hi, morning. How are you?
Fine, Bon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's been a while,
It's been a while, bana.
It's been a while.
Lakini wanakuona tu kwa mtandao tu ukituelimisha.
Hapa na mimi I'm a humble person.
I like that.
I'm an honest man.
Another one?
Lakini very, very happy to be here.
Yes.
I think the last time when niliacha umeniacha asubuhi ukaenda sijui masaa ingine ya saa 5. So it's good to be back here and seeing you back in the morning.
All right.
I think when you were absent, we were at the good hands of Kate.
Yes.
And we're also glad to be here.
Okay.
I think it's a beautiful day. To our listeners, we wish you a very happy Lent season.
All right.
It started on Wednesday.
Yes.
And Wednesday was Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday, yes.
And we pray that anything that you're praying for, that the Lord may answer your prayers.
All right. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you. Karibu sana, Ken.
Asante sana.
And for that listener who's listening to you for the very first time, Kennedy, kindly introduce yourself and also introduce Etica and briefly tell us who Etica are, what they are doing, what their main objective is.
Okay, thanks a lot. My name is Kenneth Maina. I'm in charge of investments and operations at Etica Capital. The team is it's a large team that I lead, and we are glad to be here. We're glad that we are walking this journey with Radio Mini.
Yeah.
So Etica Capital is a licensed fund manager by the Capital Markets Authority. So if you look at it, our regulator is CMA. They're called CMA Kenya. The best way to capture it very well is if you look at banks, banks are under CBK. If you look at, let's say, SACCOs, they are under SASRA. If you look at now us, who are fund managers, we are under Capital Markets Authority, which is CMA. And then so when you say that you are licensed as a fund manager, someone will ask you, what is a fund manager?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? Just some mtu amesikiza leo the first day, they're like, so what is a fund manager? So a fund manager is a license that allows us to collect money from clients, and then we generate a return for the clients.
Right.
So clients will bring in money, they're pooled investments. A pooled investment means we are taking money from Bramwel, from Kenneth, from everybody, from Eric, from Angela, from whoever it is, combining the money and investing the same together for us to generate a return.
Right.
The beauty of it is it gives us more bargaining power. The best way to look at it is, for example, if you went to a bank today, you may have, let's say, 1,000 shillings. Now, ukienda kwa bank with 1,000 shillings, they will not give you a return.
Yeah.
They tell you it's too low. Maybe they tell you for us, minimum deposit is from 100,000, lakini huna hiyo pesa. So how do you enjoy the benefits of the deposit rates? So for us, how we benefit is, we'll get 1,000 from, let's say, from Bramwel, 1,000 from Kenneth, and XYZ. They give us money. So combined, by the end of the day, you have, let's say, 10, 20, 30, 40 million. So when I'm going to the bank to negotiate, I'm able to get a return. So you see now, you as a client, you are benefiting because now ultimately your unit is investing in the bank. Ama you're going to buy a government bond. Ama you're going to buy a government T-bill. So we are doing that for the client. Even if you look at it on the other side, if you wanted to, let's say, buy a T-bill or a government bond, a treasury bill, you'll have to part with 100,000. A bond, you have to part with 50,000. Now you see, it takes time for you to get there. So what we usually do is we pull the money together, we combine, and then we're able to invest in these particular assets and get a return that we can be able to give the clients.
Okay. So
in a nutshell, that's who Etica Capital is. We are a licensed fund manager. We got our license in the year 2022. 2021, I'm sorry about that. 2022 in the month of August. So we've been licensed for the past 4 years.
Right.
But we've been live from the month of February 2023. So actually, 27th of February, which is next week Friday, we'll be celebrating 3 years since we received money from the first client.
Wow.
Yes.
That is quite a milestone.
Yes.
All right.
It is.
That is it, my brother Kennedy, and we're going to be going deeper into what you do. But first of all, let us do an evaluation a little bit, my brother Ken.
Yes.
Let us do an evaluation of unit trust in Kenya since 2024. How would you describe the evolution of unit trust in Kenya since 2024?
That's an interesting to look at things. I think even the first time we ever came for interviews here was 2024.
Yeah.
So it's good to look at it. Since we started having these discussions, how has the market evolved? That's a very good place to start. So when I think we started interviews in 2024, the first time we came here, the market was managing around 255 billion only.
Okay.
Back then. If we now come to where we are currently, the market has grown over 3 times, and we are now over 700 billion in assets under management, meaning that more people have put in money, and more people are buying into these ideas that you don't have to put money lying idle in a bank. Another thing to look at it is also when you talk about the number of people. If you look at the data from our regulator, because what our regulator does is on a quarterly basis they will publish the data. So they usually collect data. Let's say from Etica, I'll give my numbers. They take numbers from other players in the industry. They then issue a report. The latest report is supposed to come out, let's say, by next week. So from that report, you can analyze several things. If you look at the number of clients in 2024 that were under regulation or were investing in these funds, it was 1,095,000. If you come now to where we are currently, we are way over 3 million clients.
Okay.
So you can see more and more people are coming on board since 2024 to where we are now. Another thing that you can look at is, let's look at the number of players in the industry. So the number of people like Etica Capital who are in the industry and selling their products. So if you look at that one, the number of players when we were here in 2024, there were 29 only. Okay. So 29 included Etica. Currently, as at the last report that CMA had released, it was 41 players. So you see there are 12 new entrants in the market.
Yeah.
And the beauty of new entrants in the market is everybody comes up with their own idea. Because you see, you look at, for example, when we were coming up with Etica Capital, we sat down and looked at it and we were like, what do we want to solve with the market? So why do we exist? So for us, why do we exist? So for us, for example, we looked at the market and we were like, the entry level for investing is a bit high. So back then, you would have to invest from 5,000 shillings and above. Sasa kama uko na 100 yako ama 1,000, you'll have to accumulate for a bit of time. Maybe inaweza that utatu upate shida au upitie mahali ununue tu kitu. You start from scratch again.
Yeah.
So for us, one of the things that we did was to lower the entry level to 100 shillings. So you have products which you can invest from as low as 100 shillings any day, anytime. So that's one of the things that we did. Another thing that you can look at, you see customer service. Money is an emotive issue. I'm sure Bramwel kama niko na deni yako, simu yangu itakaa vizuri.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah? So if you look at it, money is an emotive issue. Watu wengi, or most players in the industry, they'll operate from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, then they operate between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. So meaning that if ukiwa na shida on a Friday evening, you have a problem. Yeah. You call the numbers, they'll tell you have to reach out on Monday. For us, we changed that model and we have a 24/7 customer service. Meaning that hata ukiwa usiku, holiday, weekend, and you want to confirm something, you can just call us. So if you look at it, market is growing. There are more players in the industry. People are seeing opportunities here and there, and that's why they're coming up with these new products and funds that are coming up on board. Yes. So currently, numbers have grown from 29 fund managers to 41 fund managers currently.
All right.
Yes.
And I like your breakdown, my brother Ken, from 255 billion to over 700 billion.
Yes.
And then from 1 million thereabout clients 2024 to over 3 million currently.
Yes.
All right. That means something has changed. What has shifted in terms of investor behavior or participation in unit trust funds?
Actually, that's a good one. If you look at it, we can attribute this one to several factors. The first one would be, if you look at the entry level, has come down. So we were among the very first. I think we were actually the first to to take the entry level to 100 shillings.
Exactly, you are the first. Yeah.
You are the first in the industry to do that.
Yeah.
I keep saying it requires a bit of enhanced technology and the likes, because that now when people are putting low amounts of money, you have so many clients on board and you have to work around that one to have a very good platform to cater for them seamlessly. So entry level has come down is one of the factors. Like I was saying, if you look at it, previously you could not get funds where you could invest below 5,000 shillings. Actually, we even had some players in the industry where the minimum is 100,000 shillings. Now, with the entry level coming down to 100 shillings, and even there's now the new product by the mobile provider, one of the telcos in the country, where they've also brought the minimum to 100 shillings. So you see now anybody can participate.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, that has encouraged more people to come on board. The second thing, which I keep saying, is social media. If you look at it, we have a generation that is very updated on things and on matters. If you wake up in the morning and log into your social media platform, I'm sure a day will not pass without you passing money market funds, someone discussing.
Exactly.
You go to TikTok, you'll see people just analyzing what they're seeing, the trends that they're seeing. You go to Twitter or X, as it's called nowadays, and you see people still talking about these things. It is the conversation that is ongoing daily. So even if someone didn't know, they'll be curious. Okay, what are these you call MMFs? Because that's what the most famous thing is called, MMFs. What are these you call MMFs? Start understanding. The first thing they'll do is they'll try with a very small amount. Maybe your minimum is 100 shillings, they try with a minimum of 100 shillings.
Yeah.
Then try and see if they can exit.
True, that is how you begin.
Yeah, that's how you begin. You try kidogo, then you see it has started growing, then you try chaliona mali zatoka, you withdraw, you see, kumbe it can exit, there's a top pesa yangu. So you see people now on social media talk about the experiences, and then people try a lot, that one. So the lower entry level, and the second being the social media discussions. Then number 3, if you look at the players in the industry, are many. Like we've seen, rightly put, grown by 12.
Yeah.
Everybody is coming to fill in a need that they have seen in the market. So for example, for us, like I said, the entry level was among the major needs. Technology is a major player in Etica as a business. I think we pride ourselves in having one of the best platforms in the industry. And maybe just to highlight, we'll be releasing version 2.2 of the app, so it's something that our clients can look out for within the next 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah, they can be seen. There'll be an update of the app. It will change just to make it a bit better and even easier for the customer to consume. So if you look at it, so for us, what we are looking at is other things. There are now other players. Because you see, when you're starting a business, you identify the problem and the solution that you want to bring into the market. So there's so many players in the industry, and everybody is playing their role in building this. I keep saying we have a long way to go. If you look at the pension industry, which is now for long-term saving, for pension you're saving for long-term, or investing for long-term, the industry is over 2 trillion shillings in size. So if you're at around 700, you see we still have a long way to go. We've done well from 250 to 55 to over 700 billion, but still there's so much potential, and all of us are growing at the same. All of us are growing, meaning that everybody has a role to play in building this capital markets.
All right.
I think the other factor we can look at is digitization. So when you look at it, the adoption of technology has really helped the industry to grow. Previously, if you look at it, you wanted to open an account, you had to look for the form, unajaza pole pole, then you wake up in the morning, you go to that branch, unapatia form, maybe they take a day or 2 to create your account, wanakutumia a document back kuambia you've opened your account. So by the time you open the account, it may take 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month before your account is open. And within that time, tasemanga mahitaji yaishangi. You may have put like 100,000 to invest, but then ama 50,000 to invest, but then school fees inakuja unalipa kwanza. So it takes time. Now, if you look at it, digitalization has helped, because if you look at how tech has evolved, I would say, for example, Etica Capital, I think the last report that I was reading from our tech team is we have clients from 148 countries.
Okay.
Meaning that if you have a good platform, anybody from anywhere in the world is able to download your app and be able to start their investment journey as soon as they can. Now, removing the paperwork digitizing and have a very good process has worked very well for the industry. So most players are now adopting these things where you come live, you come with an app, you come with everything, which is really helping the industry to grow very well. Maybe just maybe finally we cannot fail to attribute the marketing efforts by fund managers. Nowadays you will see billboards, people talking about how much you can get, you can see on newspapers and the likes. So even the players in the industry have also upped their game, and they're really helping the industry to grow.
Okay.
So those 6 factors have really helped the industry to grow to where it is currently.
And I'll begin with the final one. I'll talk about the final one that you've actually highlighted about the changes in the market that has attributed or contributed to the growth of the industry players from 29 in 2024 to 41 currently. All right. I really wanted to know from all these, it means that there are trends in the market. There are trends in the market. So what current market trends are shaping the unit trust in this particular venture?
Okay, fair enough. Now, so we'll start with 2024. In 2024, if you look at it then, number one, the money market funds were around 65% of the total assets under management. So of the 255 billion that we're mentioning, around 65% was in money market funds.
All right.
Now, what are money market funds and why are they popular with people? So money market funds, they enable an investor to generate a return. They have a very low risk. They enable you to put in money, and you can access your money anytime that you want to. There are different types of funds that you can have in the industry, but money market funds are the most popular because of their low risk. You know, most people are very. I'm sure Bramwel hata invest mahali. The first question you ask, itapotea ngapi?
Exactly. That is it.
No, it's true. The first thing unaulizanga, what's the risk ya hii pesa kupotea?
Yeah.
That's what we call the risk appetite ya mtu. I think over time I've come to realize the risk appetite for Kenyans was a bit low risk. It's now evolving.
Okay.
So currently, money market has dropped from 65% to around 58%. Because other products are coming on board. So if you look at the regulations that we usually use, they're called CIS regulations for 2023. It defines 5 types of funds that one can have. The number 1 is the money market funds, very popular. Number 2 are called fixed income funds. They're similar to money market funds in where they invest into. Number 3 we have equity funds. Equity funds, they invest, as the name says, they invest in the stock market. Stock market, they are called equities. So they don't invest in the stock market. Then number 4, we have what we call ballast funds. So they invest in the stock market and also invest in other markets, for example, fixed income space. Finally, you have what we call special funds. So if you see that your fund cannot fit in the first 4, you can tell CMA, mimi nataka register a product, na hii product yangu, I want to make my own limits.
Okay.
And how the product will be structured. So those are called special funds. So you see, out of those ones, money markets are very popular. But now we've seen a new trend for special funds. So special funds is someone like Etica Capital. We sat down and we were like, okay, how do we complement and how do we... So we have low-risk products like money market fund, but there are clients who want a higher return and not a high-risk product, medium to high-risk product. So we came up with a special multi-asset fund. The word says multi-asset because it invests in very different asset classes, but the risk profile is higher. So it's higher risk, higher return. So if you look at the trends also, so there's special funds which are coming up very, very, very fast, mainly because there's that demand and appetite for people who want a better return. Money market fund still has its space in the market. So ukiangalia, if you look at 58% of 700 billion, even almost 350 B, which is in money market funds. They have their place and they're very good for short-term investing. So as you can see, money market has come down. Then you see at the other side there's special funds which are coming on board. Then another thing that is happening in the industry, our regulator, who is CMA, Capital Markets Authority, is now issuing some licenses called there's some service providers. So unaona kama sasa ukikuja kwetu, you'll come and I sell to you Etica only. Sindio?
Yeah.
The people in the industry who are creating apps. That app ukiingia, sasa hapo they put all money market funds uko ndani. So now the investor, you have your choice. You can see Etica there, you'll see X, you'll see Y, zote ziko hapo. And you can choose where to invest. So basically, they've created a platform which makes it very easy for you. You don't have to go researching. Utaingia hapo unaona kila kitu. Unaona, oh, huyu ako hapa, huyu ako hapa, huyu ako hapa.
Okay.
And you can create your account. So those are the things that we are seeing in the industry, happening in the industry. Mainly because if you look at the generation that we have nowadays, they're very tech savvy, and they're always thinking of the easiest way to make things better for everybody. Yeah. So that's another thing that we're seeing in the market, yes.
You've just mentioned the Etica Special Multi-Asset Fund, and I'm looking at it, multi-asset suggests diversification.
Diversification, yes.
All right. So talking about diversification, what asset classes does this fund actually invest in?
Okay. Maybe we'll start with, let's start with the normal ones that people know, money market funds. So money market fund will invest in what we call interest-bearing instruments. Interest-bearing ni kitu inakupata interest. So you see, if you put money in a bank deposit, you get the interest after. If you put money in a bond, it accrues interest. Ama ukiweka in a commercial paper, there's something called interest. So when you come to now other funds, an equity fund will invest in the stock market. If you come to now what you have as special multi-asset, it means it invests in very diverse asset classes. So for us, we can invest in the stock market. We can invest in so the fund can invest in the stock market. The fund can also invest in the bonds market. The fund can go out of the country in what we call offshore. The fund can invest in bank deposits. We usually put money for liquidity. Because clients watakuja akitaka pesa, you have to where you can liquidate very, very fast now. We have things we call derivatives. We have things we call SLBs. So it's a multi-asset. Those are different asset classes. So like I think I've mentioned more than four or five of them. So that's why the name is put that way. So it's usually a high risk product. I keep saying, when you invest in the stock market, if you have an element of money investing in the stock market, your risk appetite is not low. It is high.
Okay.
Because the stock market is what we call very volatile. Inaendanga juu chini na ikiteremka. Inaendanga hivi. So your risk appetite has to be very high for you to withstand that movement. I think in this one maybe it's just good to highlight because people are talking about it. Maybe just to highlight. I will not give an opinion, but I'll say currently people are talking about what we call an IPO, initial public offering. An IPO is when a company wants to sell its shares to the public. So for example, mimi na wewe we own a company. It's called Bramwel and Kennedy Limited. Tumefanya kazi maybe 5-10 years. Tumefika mahali now. We feel like we need to sell part of our shares, and then we want to collect more money from the public to help us maybe expand. So we'll go up, tell our regulator, we go to CMA. Definitely you have to go to CMA. Same regulator I'm talking about. Now when they pay NSE, Nairobi Stock Exchange, because now when you are now listed, utakuwa on NSE. So once you are given all the approvals, you take it to the public and you tell them, between hapa and hapa, you can now put your bid. You price it where you price it at. So ukishafanya hivyo, so what happens is now after the offering is done for the company that is called Bramwel and Kennedy, so it will no longer have 2 shareholders. It will have very many shareholders because let's say to let go of 50% of it. 50% itaenda kwa mtu mmoja, imeenda kwa watu wengi. So that is what is happening with KPC. The best thing I can say is for people to do their research very well. It's always good, and then there are very many think pieces all around. It's good to just research very well before you invest in these things. So for the equities, the stock market, you can make money and you can lose money. The problem with the stock market, when the market enda juu, everybody is a genius. Ikienda chini, hakuna mtu anaongeanga. So we've had a very good 2 years. We're actually now in the 3rd year. When the stock market has been going up. So 2024 was good. 2025 was a very good year. 2026 so far has been a good year. So stock market is moving, so you can understand the buzz that is in the market.
All right.
Yes.
And you've actually now taken us through the path of the growth of the unit trust. Now, let us talk about the challenges. I believe despite the growth, there are challenges. What are some of the challenges the unit trust sector is currently facing?
Maybe the first challenge, the major challenge that is happening, if you look at the interest rates that we have, they've been coming off. So it's very simple. Client akiwapatia pesa, you take that money and then you go and invest it elsewhere. So for example, you give us some money, itafika let's say 100 million, 200 million. You go and buy a bank deposit. So we don't live in isolation.
Okay.
When we say we don't live in isolation, meaning that when the rates start falling, huko, for you're taking your money, even your fund return will start going down. I'll give an example. When 2024, when we were here, the rates started moving from 14% all the way to 18%. I think by June we were peaking at around 18% per annum. When you look at it back then, and you look at the economy back then, there was so much uncertainty. Uncertainty ilikuwa, it is when kulikuwa na Eurobond. I think unaweza kumbuka some people talking about a Eurobond. Something hanging over everybody is talking about a Eurobond. Na shida Eurobond ilikuwa deni. It is a debt. When it is a debt, so people are wondering how the government will be able to pay that debt. And the debt was not small. It was in hundreds of billions. So now with that one, what usually happens ni people now start putting a risk premium on it. For example, Bramwel, if I give you money and you start paying me every day, sina kuangalia naona you are paying. So next time you come for money, I'll give you another loan. Sindio? But sasa, Bramwel, after seeing Bramwel now this Bramwel nikimpatia pesa, I no longer see the guy doing what he's supposed to be doing. Bramwel, when I look at ile shamba yake alikuwa analima, it is not giving good fruits. Ama nikiangalia alikuwa mena Narok akaekelea ngano. Hey, I pass by there one day, I'm going to Kisii and I'm like, hii shamba ya Bramwel hakuna kitu inaendelea hapa. Now next time Bramwel will come for money, what will I do? I will say nitakupatia pesa bado, but now the premium itaenda juu. Because now your risk imeenda juu. So that's what was happening in 2024. Ama the same when niangalia Bramwel, naona this guy akona deni ya Caroline pale. Nasikia huyu akisema hajamlipa bado. Now when you come to borrow me money, ndajua huyu jamaa, the business is a bit risky. So that happened in 2024. So the country was facing a bit of a challenge back then economically. They were able to navigate through that. And if you remember, even that's when the Kenya shilling was iliruka against the dollar almost to 160. Because the risk was very high in the Kenyan market. The government was able to navigate through that one. So now the rates started dropping from the highs of 18. So we're now seeing rates coming down. And then you see the government is working very hard to bring the rates downwards. Na nitakwambia kwa nini. When the rates come down, it becomes easy for you and I to take a loan to do business. When you do business, when you go and take a loan, I can even expand my business. When you expand your business, you're employing more people. You're employing more people, you're paying more taxes. So the government is benefiting. When the rates are very high, everybody's shying away from taking loans. Sababu unaona sasa hii loan ni expensive sana hii. So even if you wanted to expand your business, you're like, wacha tungoje, because the environment is a bit expensive. So now they're working on the reverse, where they want the rates to come down to a level where people can be able to borrow. Because they're saying they're still being, the rates are still very high. I think there was a meeting by CBK in Central Bank of Kenya met. They usually have a committee called MPC, Monetary Policy Committee, that they guide on how the rates will be. They sat down and dropped the rates even further. And we're still expecting the rates will come down even further. Yes. So you see now that's the biggest challenge, because now a client who came on board, akikuja, alikuwa anapata 18%. Sasa suddenly, rates have come down over time, and then now they figure 12%, ama 10%. Anashangaa, kwani mliacha kufanya kazi? Seti kazi mliacha kufanya. It's how the environment is. Because you don't live in isolation. Actually, there's somewhere I saw someone say, if your money market fund does not move with the interest rates, you need to question what that fund is doing. Kama rates zinaenda chini na haiendi chini, you need to ask what these guys are doing. Yeah, because you get money, you invest in the market.
Yeah.
Market is coming down, so it has to move in
It
tandem.
has to be affected.
Even if the market is going up, it also has to start moving upwards.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it's coming down, it has to move in tandem. The same. So I think we were talking about
those challenges.
The challenges coming for that one.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest challenge, number one. The rates are coming down. The other one I keep saying is an opportunity and also a challenge. There are very many fund managers in the market. You need to do your research very well. Not if when you do your research very well, so as a customer, you're guided very well. You know, sometimes when everybody is selling good things to you, lazima unajiuliza. So the biggest challenge now we have is, as clients, we have to do our research very well. Tufanye research yetu vizuri, because everybody is existing in the market. Yeah. You may never know who has good intentions or not, but it's good to do your due diligence. Yeah. Very, very well. The other challenges that I find is most of people, the products that we have in the market, the knowledge that people have is a bit limited. Because when you're investing in something, it's good that there's this buzz around everything that is happening, but before you put your money somewhere, the biggest challenge I'm seeing is people are investing without understanding the risk profile. Yeah. For example, even if you look at the current opportunity in the market, which is the IPO, you need to understand what is the risk profile. You don't put all your eggs there. If you're putting all your eggs there, you understand what is happening. Because if you invest without understanding the risk that is there, that will have a very big problem, and you may start coming to complain. But someone will tell you, you do not understand the risks. How kusoma?
Exactly.
Yeah, you did. So that's the biggest thing I'm seeing in the market currently, where people are not really taking the time to process things. Yeah. Ama ukikuja usikie Kenneth has spoken about Etica here, you don't even go and do your research there. Yeah. Because you need to understand the risks. So when you put your money in a product, you know, okay, hapa, here I know what I'm doing. At least maybe here the return is low, it's low risk. Ama nikitaka more extra money, I can take it there, where the risk is a bit elevated. Yes.
Well said. And talking about risks, Ken, I believe there are also other opportunities. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for both fund managers and investors moving forward?
The biggest opportunities, I think the special funds is a big opportunity. So if you look at it, when the returns are very low, and now people want more returns, so the biggest opportunity currently we have is special funds. They're coming up I think we are seeing, I even saw another licensee was given a license last week on special funds. It's a good opportunity because now I have told the regulator I want to operate heavy. Okay. Hii fund yangu nataka wachana zile structure pale. I want to play like this because now mimi naona maybe I'm saying if I'm able to position myself in this stock market, or if I'm able to position myself in this particular market, I'm able to get a very good return. So we need to, so the opportunity number one is that one, and people need to be on the lookout for the same, because the risk is there, but also the return may be quite good. Other opportunities, it's good what is happening in the industry. When we have IPOs coming back, we have been in a dull season. I'll shock you when I tell you the last IPO was not even in Uhuru's tenure. Yes. You look shocked. No, the last IPO in Kenya was not even in Uhuru's tenure. You have to think beyond 2013.
Okay.
Yes. So it's good when you see listed entities, firms wanting to be listed on the stock exchange.
Right.
It helps deepen the markets. It helps diversify. Diversify means, so let's say come a KPC, it will come on board. The deadline has been staggered to Tuesday. Yeah. It will come on board. It will start trading. That's a different sector at JQ exposed to. So exactly. We have that sector. It's called an energy sector. What is listed? Kuna Kenya Power, KPLC is listed. We have Kengen is listed. Now we have these particular, if you look at these ones, they're more on electricity generation and transmission. Yes. Now we have a new entrant in that particular sector who is now dealing with oil and everything. So you see now you have a different exposure to that one, because you can have different exposures. If you go to banks, you have very many banks which are listed there. If you look at the telecos, you have the green guys are listed over there. So there's so many things that you can do. So IPOs are good, but just do your research before engaging in the same. So special funds are good. Opportunities are special funds. IPOs are also very good. Then the other thing that I see as an opportunity in the current market is now when you look at even the dollar opportunities currently, they're coming up.
Okay.
I think kitambo tungekaa chini, we would not talk about dollar opportunities.
Exactly.
We never spoke about those things.
Yeah.
To go nonga do Kenya shillings. Now we speak about Kenya shillings. Now we have people who have products in dollars, have products in other currencies, and people are sitting in nowadays things have evolved. People are sitting in their house, they're doing their work there, and they're paid in this currency.
Exactly.
People are making people are making good money. People are making good money from the things have changed. You don't have to move around. That you go to the office. Some guys are just working from home and things are there. Yeah. So you see now even they have opportunities for those things. Another thing I appreciate is nowadays you can even buy stocks in other markets from your M-Pesa. Yeah. Which is very beautiful. So there's so many opportunities in the market where you can diversify and even put money. Yes.
Okay. And talking about diversification, Ken, how does the growth of unit trust contribute to Kenya's broader economic development?
That's good. Now, first things first. Savings culture is enhanced.
That is true.
The last statistics I saw is we have the worst savings culture in East Africa.
I saw that coming.
When they said in East Africa,
yes.
East Africa, Kenya, we are doing badly.
Yeah.
Because there are two ways you can invest. There's what you call long term and short term.
Yeah.
Long term, I keep saying long term people invest for these pensions and the likes. Then there's other asset classes that you can invest into, property and the likes. Now short-term savings are coming up. It's beautiful to see, because when you mobilize money, market is now about 700 billion, means that the market is growing very well. Okay. People are now creating a better savings culture. And when that happens, so slowly you'll now see people, they come money market funds, then it opens their eyes. Next they start investing in the stock market. The stock market becomes vibrant. They start investing in IPOs, they become vibrant, and then the economy starts growing as well. The other thing is we reduce reliance on these deposits. Yeah. I'll give you an example, or even loans. I'll give you an example of what's happening in the economy. People save money and put money in an SSF. There's a whole project that is happening now between, I think, Rironi and Mausami.
Yes.
One of the financiers is
NSSF.
It's your money that is being used to fund it. So you see now you have reduced over reliance on loans, because now fund managers have different mandates. You can have a fund that is for doing infrastructure projects only, and you give a return to your clients. So you see now you've reduced over reliance on even foreign borrowing, and now funding is being done locally. Then if you look at the economic, the capital market space becoming vibrant over the last 2-3 years has become very vibrant, both on the bond sector and on the stock market. Yeah. The bond sector, I was reading something last week. I saw the government is trying to reactivate Emakiba. So Emakiba is where they wanted people to invest from very low shillings when you're lending the government money. Because see, when you're giving up government bonds, you have to invest from 50,000. Yeah. Now they want to fragment it to, let's say, 1,000 shillings or thereabouts. Right. So now even the local Mwananchi can participate in lending to the government when the government is doing its projects. Yes.
Well explained, man. I'm enjoying this conversation. You're making me now understand what the government is doing all along. Okay, I was following that conversation about NSSF and what it's doing in terms of construction, amongst other developments and the contribution. Now, you've mentioned about risks, but I really want you to take this opportunity to educate us about these investment risks. What are the key risks associated with unit trust that investors should understand?
Okay. I think when you tell me that one,
Yeah.
today I think it's good that we go to a Bible verse.
Okay. Take us to the Bible verse now.
So let me just look for a verse.
Yes.
Let me just see if I can get it.
Uh-huh.
It's in Matthew 25.
All right.
I hope Matthew 25 is in line with what we can do during Lent season.
Okay. What we can do about the next season?
Yes.
Big readiness, responsibility, and judgment.
I want to do Matthew 25 from 14.
Okay.
From verse 14. So when you look at Matthew 25 from verse 14, it's about the parable of the bags of gold.
Yes.
So there's one person who was given a bag of gold. So it says, again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one, he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags of gold, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So then it says, so also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more.
Yeah.
But the one said who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. So 2 guys, they are here, they doubled. One of them akaeka chini ya mattress.
Yeah.
After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled the account with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I've gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good things, servant. Good and faithful servant, you have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. So you see, he has been rewarded.
Yeah.
The man with 2 bags came, master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I've gained 2 more. His master said, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness.
Yeah.
See, up to there, the guy is very happy. Now he goes to the other guy. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. So here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and you gather where I have not gathered seed. Well then, you should have put your money on a deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So, that parable, you can look at it in 2 ways.
Yeah.
Number 1, every investment has a risk.
Yeah.
The last guy didn't want a risk. He was hiding it under the sand. So that is a normal person.
Yes.
That is me and you who does not want to invest. And you're putting your money under a mattress. And then one day you'll be asked, your money was given to you, what happened to it? The other guys, the 2 of them, they were given 5 golds and 2, and they doubled it. So the risk appetite was very high. So who was praised? 2 are praised, 1 was not praised.
Exactly.
So in everything that we do in life, there's a risk element.
Yeah.
That is why every product that exists in this market has a risk element. So the guy was given 0. The guy who did 0 with his money did not even put in a money market fund. That's why even the master was rebuking him. You should have put his money in a bank so that I can even get some interest. No, but see to Bible.
That is true. That is true.
And you see the thing with when you say, oh, my money is little. Yes. This guy had only 1. I can say my money is little. He has been rebuked in the Bible because you should have done something with that money.
Exactly.
And that's why we are saying, even when your money is 100 shillings, you could do something with that 100
with
shillings.
100 shillings.
The guy who had, the other people who had 2, the risk appetite was high, and that's why they were rewarded.
Yeah.
That's why you can see he's saying, come and share your master's happiness. So he's even very happy. Now, based on that one, let me give you the time value of money.
Yeah.
I did, I knew you'd ask me these things, and I did some I used actual numbers.
Yes.
A person who put 10,000 in our money market fund on 1st of January, 2024, without anything else, is now worth 13,000 147.3 net of all fees and net of all taxes.
Look at that.
A person who put 100,000 in a money market fund on 1st of January is now worth 131,000 net of all fees, net of all taxes. After amelipa taxes, amelipa kila kitu. As at 31st of January, the annualized return is 15%. So if you come to the master will clap for you.
Definitely.
So even if you put your money where you are saying it's low risk and it does not return, you can see 10,000 has grown by 3,000.
Yeah.
100,000 has grown by 31,000.
31,000, yeah.
That's what you are missing out on when you don't take a decision anytime soon.
Wow.
Yes.
Ken.
Again, wambi watu jua parable. I mean, it's Matthew 25.
Exactly.
14 to 30.
You see, you have never read a scripture for me. You have never. Since I started hosting you, never.
See, I've told you things are changing. Things have changed from 2024.
You hit me differently.
Start to go 2026. The approach is different.
I can see that one. Today you've hit me differently. You've really hit me differently, my brother Ken. And I really appreciate. So as you're winding up, I can see our time is actually moving. Someone listening right now and considering investing, what is the first step they should take to get started wisely and confidently?
Good. Even as we speak about the parable in the Matthew, I like Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai she's very popular. There was the only ever winner who won the Nobel Peace Prize. She said one thing: the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The next best time is today, is right now. So you should not say you are there saying, hey, sikufanya. You can start today. And how you can start your journey, for us at Etica Capital, you can download our application either on Android or iOS. It's just Etica Capital. It's a very simple app that will take you less than 3 minutes to have your account open.
All right.
Alternatively, we love our visitors, so you can come to our office. We are located inside in Westlands. We only have one branch, unfortunately. We only have one branch. It's located inside Consolata Shrine, Westlands, the church. You'll find Alamano Center. We are on 4th floor.
Okay.
So we come to fourth floor, they'll guide you very well.
All right.
You can also call us. We are, like I said, we have a 24/7 customer service model, whereby you can call us, text us, WhatsApp us. You can speak to us any language. We are not strictly in English.
I like that.
Yeah, we want to get to your level so that we can understand your financial needs. Our number is 0769 999 0769 999. And I repeat, we are located inside Consolata Shrine, Westlands, the church. You'll come to Alamano Center. We're on 4th floor. We have been there since we started, and we're not moving anytime soon.
Thank you for that assurance. Asante sana, my brother Ken. It has been a beautiful conversation, but you've opened my interpretation of the scripture. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Really appreciate. Thanks for having me.
Right.
And also to our listeners again. We continue to wish you a happy Lent season.
All right.
And may all your dreams be valid and achieved.
All right. Amen. And thank you, my brother.
Really appreciate it.
Okay, my dear listener, that has been our time. We are taking a break for news. I'll be back with Journey with the Word with Sister Beatrice. And today she'll be focusing on the book of Genesis chapter 12 to 50. All right? Don't go too far.
Waumini. This is Radio Waumini 88.